Welcome to day one of the Nestlé Professional live stream at the National Restaurant Association Show 2023. We are in Chicago, Illinois, and I have to say the energy is electric here today. My name is 𝗏𝗏 Borer from the Food Institute, and I will be your host for the next 2 days as we take a look at the show. We're going to hear a lot of industry insights from key leaders. We're going to be seeing trends on consumers eating away from home. We're going to see the latest innovation in food and beverage tech. And all of this is done through our partnership with Nestlé Professional. They are a division of Nestlé. And Nestlé is the biggest food and beverage company in the world. They're present in 190 countries around the globe. So chances are, if you're looking for Nestlé, you'll probably be able to find them. And as always, we're interacting with our guests both in person and online. So if you're joining us on the live stream, give us a like, a thumbs up, a follow, drop your comments and your questions because we'd love to hear from you throughout the show today. So let's get started. And first, I'm going to give you a tour of our home away from home for the next couple of days. So here behind me, you see this setup. We've already got our guest. We've got Brian set up, they're waiting, we've got cameras, lighting, and I do want to showcase this beautiful booth put together by Katie Andrich, the event manager of Nestlé Professional. She did such a great job. I mean, look at this beautiful arrangement. We've got fresh flowers here. It smells good, it looks good, and you know, they're focusing on sustainability with using fresh flowers. They're using, instead of plastic flowers, they're using real wood in their display instead of plastic or that polycarbon material, plexiglass, any of that. They're trying to put that on the forefront. They're focused on sustainability, and even their products are becoming more sustainable as well. So I want to take you for a quick through a quick tour of the booth, and we're going to start on the beverage side of the booth and showcase one of the new products that we have here from Nestlé, and it's a personal favorite of mine. 𝗏𝗶𝘁𝗄𝗏 plant-based creamers. We have almond milk and oat milk. Now this is a new product and it's part of Nestlé's push for plant-based products. And I know all of my fellow lactose sensitive friends are grateful for this because I will be looking for this myself. We also have at the beverage station these wonderful coffee machines. So these coffee machines give your guests custom-made drinks. I mean, you tailor-make the drink. You want an espresso, a cappuccino, a latte. You can put your flavorings in it. You can really tailor make the drinks to your customers' needs and wants. And that's what it's all about lately. Customers want not only authenticity, but they want to customize their dining experience. So that Nescafé machine is really, really helpful for that. I want to take a look now and join my friend Patty. Hey, how you doing? So we talked before, and I just really enjoyed these refreshers. Could you tell us a little bit about these refreshers real quick, the drinks behind you?
Sure, I can tell you they are light, refreshing beverages. We have new enhanced waters that have vitamins in them. They're great flavors. We have a pineapple coconut and a black cherry lime, and they all go through this great platform, the Express machine, which is a simple, easy to use platform for our operators that allows them to serve a variety of refreshing beverages at the push of a button. The machine is very simple. It's a cartridge-based system where you literally take a cartridge out and replace it with another one. And again, as I mentioned, we have teas, lemonades, waters, and we have refreshers line coming, and we're even going to have an iced coffee that'll be launching in the fall. So a great portfolio of products, simple to use.
Thanks so much, Patty, and they taste really good. If you are at the show today, stop by the Nestlé booth because it's just going to change the way you think about Nestlé and their beverages. It's a clean product, very tasty. It's just wonderful, fabulous. So we have another beverage station down here with coffee. Excuse me. So we also have a monitor here that's going to showcase some cooking demos as the day goes on. But here's where the real action happens. This is where our friends are going to be making some creative dishes. So this is our kitchen area. And we've got several things prepped. We've got fresh foods, we've got Stouffer's, we've got Miners, we've got Chefmate, all of these Nestlé brands to incorporate into these dishes. And it is, guys, it is smelling good. It is smelling really good back here. There's a lot of action. If you want to take a closer look, we can kind of peek behind here and see the creative process here. Could you tell me a little bit about what this dish is?
Of course. So this is the Stouffer's White Cheddar Mac and Cheese. Great product, and I know Chef Jordan's going to be working with that a little bit later. But we paired that up with some burnt ends, a little micro parsley. So great dish, very easy and simplistic. Great flavor.
Amazing. I love that. So everybody's hard at work back here. We'll see some of our friends, some of our chef friends again later for some interviews. I mean, take a look at this corn. It just looks fresh and delicious. You've got that micro cilantro there. You've got your corn. You've got your tortilla strips. We've got a grill. And then finally, we have, and Doug, remind me again what this dish is.
This is our chef-made corned beef hash patty, served with sauerkraut and Thousand Island dressing. So very similar to a twist on a Reuben sandwich.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautifully plated. It smells great. So we're going to see a lot more action happening from this booth later on today. But for right now, I think I'm going to kick things over to the Food Institute's very own CEO and managing partner, Brian Choi, who has a special guest with him. Brian?
All right. Well, super excited to be here at the NRA Show, partnering with Nestlé Professional. I'm Brian Choi, managing partner and CEO of the Food Institute. We have a great first guest. We have 𝗶𝗶𝘁𝗂𝗁. He's president and CEO of the International Food Service Manufacturing Association. Phil, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Great to be
All
here.
right. So, Phil, tell us how you feeling about the show? Like, and you know, what do you feel?
Yeah, you know what? It's great to be back. Everybody keeps talking about being back live. Now we're back. Okay. The show continues to, I just think it's an incredible place for the industry to show itself. There's all sorts of things going on, and the evolution of the industry, the transformation of the industry, and what's happening is evident here at the show. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of days. For me, this is like the 28th show I've been in, as I was counting how many shows, but how many years I've been in the business. So I'm kind of excited to see the continuation of the interest and the level of innovation that's here.
Awesome. So what is it specifically that you're interested in looking at this year at the show?
Yeah, you know, traditionally I'm a food guy. I've been in the food side of things. First thing on the food side, I've noticed there's some legacy brands. So when you think about legacy brands like Miners, the Nestlé organization, and they bring them to life and they put out new product innovation with the drizzles, and then they have different flavors and profiles. That's a cool thing to see those brands still in the marketplace. The interesting thing, though, this year for me is all the transformation that takes place in technology, the innovation, and what's really happening fast. When you think about back of the house equipment, and you go over and see the innovation showcase with the equipment, and you see the French fry robots, and you see all the smart appliances in the back of the house. And when you think about technology and what happens in this industry, it's a little bit of a lagger. But I would say the last couple of years, the restaurant industry in particular has really absorbed particularly what's needed to replace the human element sometimes. Right. And COVID gave them an opportunity to think about it and plan for it and understand it. So now, boom, here it is. It's all over the place here. I'm looking forward to spending more time in the tech pavilion.
Awesome. Well, you know, as you said, a lot of changes happened in the food service industry. I want to drill down into both manufacturers and also operators. So what are some of the opportunities and challenges that manufacturers are experiencing today?
Yeah, our community, food service manufacturers across food, beverage, equipment, packaging, they've really come through a transformation that is focused on core competencies, strategic partners, the redundancies of a lot of the product innovation trials and tribulations. When you had a long tail of product and assortment is gone. It doesn't mean they're not doing innovation. I mean, look at what Nestlé's doing. But it does mean that they're becoming much more focused on their strategic customers. There's a tremendous amount of collaboration and transparency, and I think that helped. On the operator side, we're excited that the operators want to be much more connected to their suppliers. So as 𝗶𝗏 grows, our operator community grows, and we're preparing to transform the organization this fall as we focus on operators. They want to be, again, connected right up front with what's the innovation, what are the opportunities for them to make more money. Right. I think the notion of, traffic is important, but off-premise now has become a big deal with delivery. How are they going to focus on their profitability, and how are they going to grow through menu innovation are components that can't be done without being connected to the manufacturing community. We're excited about all of that.
Wow, that's great. And where is the consumer today? So the consumer's obviously gone through like a tremendous change. Now, a lot of people are working hybrid. How is that changing the way operators and manufacturers, work together to service their customers?
Yeah. Again, we spent a lot of, I say 𝗏𝗏 has built a 10-year database of what's going on with consumers, particularly with the work we've been doing with Data Essentials. And we really are starting to understand consumers when you think about their food service experience. So one of the things that is happening is this off-premise dynamic delivery and how they're able to get what they like, which is different for a family of 5. Mm-hmm. And they're starting to experience, again, this notion that they can get food anywhere. So our industry is starting to, they're taking us to this place where it's not about food service anymore. I kid around with folks that we used to argue about food service being one word or two. Those days are over. We're food away from home. And food away from home goes home, whether it's inside a grocery store or you go into a convenience store. Prepared food and food service food has found its way. And with the supply chains being blurred the way they've been blurred the last several years, and again, technology and direct-to-consumer, they're driving us in a place where we've never been. And I think that's something that's just going to continue to grow. The other interesting thing about the consumer is that they've really been educated. Their taste profiles have changed. This next gen is really experimental with ethnic flavors, ethnic food. So that whole part of the business, particularly on menus, is starting to change. And the big thing about both those dynamics is it's exponential change. So Moore's law is out the window. It's happening. Like by the time we get off this set and go in the corner, something will have evolved, and it's happening that fast. And the good news is operators, are flexible enough and agile enough to figure that out because they went through a really tough time.
Right.
They learned, the hard way. But it's a great time to be in this business. It's an exciting time.
Well, people need to eat. People want new innovations. They want new flavors. I want to shift gears and talk a little bit more deeper into the manufacturing space.
Yes.
We're here at Nestlé Professional. We have a beautiful booth here. One of the comments that 𝗶𝗏 𝗏𝗏, our good friend, the VP of Marketing on food, one of the comments that she made in a recent newscast is that Nestlé Professional is getting much more involved in helping their suppliers. So, you mentioned the integration, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about that and some of the strategies that manufacturers need to win today in the marketplace.
Yeah, well, great industry leader when you think about setting the trend, setting the pace. Look at this booth. Okay? It's sustainability yelling at you from all dimensions. And that's what you're leading with, okay? So when you start to lead with this type of expanded benefit to an operator, and you're not talking about the benefits and features of what the Drizzle products are going to do or the new launch products, it just goes to show you that it has to be more of an integrated solution for what your customer is thinking about. They need help with what does social responsibility mean, right? What is this notion of green? The whole plant-based movement, what is that really? How does that fit into there? So it's much more dynamic in the conversations you're having with a customer versus just having a chef cut some product and then go taste it. Don't you love it? Like, how many food products do not taste good? Everybody's got a product that tastes good, but the solution that comes from a manufacturer to somebody is helping them beyond those areas that they really are challenged with. Policy environments, changing menuing laws, okay? When you think about packaging, sustainable packaging and what the consumers are looking for, people laughed at paper straws 5 years ago. Everybody's got paper. So I think it's that kind of thing. As a manufacturer, you're bringing that. The other thing you're bringing forward, which is a little interesting, as we as an association have to help them prepare, is education for the back of the house, education for the front of the house. When you think about a program like ServSafe that NRA has, for that side of it, we have to help our manufacturers give this notion of customer service, help train individuals, help recruit talent into the restaurants. So there's another dynamic when you think about a strategic relationship with a supplier. Of course, they have to have a supply chain that's reliable. Of course, there's redundancy, but you got to rely on them for all those other things that go beyond just the food and the chef. A lot of that, though, and you probably have seen this covering the industry, those are table stakes.
Right.
Culinary teams, innovation centers, smart salespeople that are going to talk to you about the economics of your business, product diversity and innovation. Those are table stakes. It's the rest of it that matters to consumers, that has to be part of somebody's bag when you're selling your company or your product.
Got it. Well, last question for you, Phil. As you're walking the aisles here, what was the top product or technology that really caught your eye today? And I know it's only day one here at the show.
As much as there's this plethora of products, and and I'm biased, okay? There's a Greek yogurt called 𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗂𝗏𝗃, and it's the most authentic, small batch product. It's pure. It's just old school yogurt with some great flavors, but just something like that, in the way it's packaged, etc., was good for me to see, because you can see all the dimensions of the industry here. There's a ton of small wares here. There's some international people here. The technology piece of it, though, that's the most impressive when you want to really focus in on what's going to be the change agent in accelerating this industry. And I'm going to go spend some time in there, because there's some stuff in there that I never thought it really existed. When you take consumer data, technology, predictive intelligence, and you give it to an operator, and it's going to be an interesting couple of days here, because I don't think there's enough time to get to some of this stuff. But,
well,
thank you very much for inviting me to be part of this. I want to thank Nestlé too. It's great that we're having this kind of conversation at the show.
Great. So Phil 𝗶𝗏𝗂𝘂𝗁, President and CEO of 𝗂𝗵𝗂. Thanks for coming on the program. We'll turn it over to Brittany Bohr, who has another special guest. Brittany, take it away.
Hey, thanks, Brian. I am back here at the cooking station with a new friend of mine. This is Doug McGowan. He is the Senior Manager of Culinary Innovation at Nestlé, right? I got that right? Yes. Okay, I'm doing something right today so far. Okay, so it sounds like you're the secret sauce here to the mix at Nestlé. Can you tell us a little bit about your job? What do you do?
The secret sauce. First of all, I'll tell you, the secret sauce is right here behind me. It's this crew right here that I get to work with every single day. A group of professional chefs who help us in our innovation and application process at our Culinary Innovation Campus. What we do, we get to touch like thousands of people every year at events. So just like this, events that are on site at our Culinary Innovation Campus in Solon, and then also in numerous schools throughout the country with students. And that allows us to interact and influence those people as well, both current and future decision makers. We also get to listen, right, to the industry experts. We get to listen to the customers and then integrate that into our innovation process. We get to work with our marketing teams, our sales teams, and our product development teams. I think what our biggest strength and what we bring is that it's like right here, right now, we get to show products, and it's our deep understanding of the industry, of operations, and the business that in very different operations. So, and we get to save time, money, and delight our customers.
Awesome, I love that. So could you tell me a little bit about the brands that are featured today? So we're talking about Stouffer's, we're talking about Miners, and Sweet Earth. Can you tell me a little bit about those products, because they're in such different categories?
Sure. I can talk about some of our brand innovation and what that means, because it's probably a two-prong approach. One is our increased flavor, and the other is our efficiency in the kitchen. So increased flavor obviously is for the customer, and the efficiency in the kitchen is for the operator. So let's take a walk down. Come on, can we come on down? First, I want to talk about our Miners. So Miners innovation, here's a really good one here, this new Miners Drizzle, right? Convenient packaging. This is ready to use. It comes just like this. You pop it open, you use it. You don't fill it up. There's no spillage, no waste. And this is great for a new employee. If they know how to squeeze a bottle, they're fully trained day one, ready to go. Also, squeezing the bottle, this is portion control. So if you can squeeze it, you have your portion No ladles, no spoons, no measuring cups, anything like that. So little squeeze, boom, immediate flavor boost. All right, and it's across all menu categories too, whatever's on your menu, from appetizers, soup, salad, entrees, burgers, sandwiches, you name it. One squeeze, flavor up. That's awesome. So that's a Miner's Drizzle. Another great thing we have here is the Stouffer's White Cheddar Mac and Cheese. Chef Scott, how you doing? You are. You're looking good. Hey, could you pass me the pouch of the Stouffer's White Cheddar Mac? So the Stouffer's White Cheddar Mac single serve pouch, right? Same great flavor profile as our Stouffer's large pack. It was developed about 5 years ago. But this is a portion control pouch, which is great for low staff, consistent plate costs, simple inventory control, no waste. This is really easy for the operator to get a higher profit with premium, the premium side.
Great. I mean, if there's one thing people love, it's mac and cheese.
That's right.
And let's see, what else do we have? What other fun things? Chef Mate? Do we have anything from Chef Mate? Oh, we passed it. All right. Well, we'll just move along then. So next question for you. The innovation process. What goes into developing these products? What similarities and differences in the innovation process for these products?
I can tell you a little bit about the differences here. You know, our Miner's product is really about flavor. And if you want to talk about a secret sauce, Miner's is the secret sauce. That's what brings it. And this allows chefs to create really consistent, amazing, flavorful recipes. We also have a really passionate group of chefs who work in our chef-to-chef model, where they're able to partner with our customer and to go in and provide solutions for any sort of daily challenges they might have with their products or ideas, any sort of operational insight as well. Now, Stouffer's a little bit different is what we do. So, you know, Stouffer's has this superior visual appeal to it. Sorry, those guys are making me laugh over there. We're
having too much fun here at the show, guys. You definitely don't want to be here.
Where was I? So there we go. So anyway, scratch-made taste. It's extended hold times and obviously simplified prep in the back of the house. So indulgent, craveable, well-known, consistent product. It's a great menu solution, especially in a low labor environment. The other product, our Sweet Earth product, I'm going to talk about. Again, a full flavored product, chef crafted, plant-based product, backed by industry-leading support. So Nestle, large company, great support. As the consumer demand grows for diverse menus, especially right now, people who are dietary needs or health-conscious decisions, environmental, sustainable awareness, this offers a convenient product for that. So, and it's really great for your menu for now, the demands now and in the future as we move forward.
Great. And then my final question for you, Doug, as we get ready to wrap up, and then I can send you back to your station there, so it's not unmanned. Oh, what will we do? Okay, so if you could sum these brands up in one sentence each. What? Yeah, so three brands, right? Four.
Right on our world-class marketing team to do this, right? Because I'm just going to steal their taglines. You know, Miner's is make it with Miner's. Stouffer's tagline is there's only one Stouffer's. And then Sweet Earth is Sweet Earth plant-based reimagined.
Okay, great. And you know what? Tagging on to that Sweet Earth plant-based reimagined, right? So have you seen in your own culinary endeavors, you know, that push for plant-based? Is it super strong like it was a couple of years ago? I know there was a big plant-based boom, or is it kind of scaling back a little bit as we're heading through 2023?
I think it's constantly morphing in what we're doing, and that demands on what people can make and the acceptance that comes from the consumer. I do believe that that way of eating is here to stay, and it just depends as a manufacturer of that. How can we fulfill that void, and what do we make that the consumer would like?
Right. Well, I love that. Doug McGowan, the Senior Manager of Culinary Innovation at Nestlé Professional. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you in just a little bit later. So thank you. Let's take a look at some of these dishes that are being plated up right now, Emily. If we could, you've got that mac and cheese, that ooey gooey mac and cheese, that single serve mac and cheese. And it comes in that convenient pouch. It's easy to dish up, and you're getting it plated up there. You've got your little garnish on top, and it just looks excellent. You see the steam coming off of it. You can almost smell it, right? And Scott, could you give us, for those just joining the program here, give us a run through of what's in this dish one more time? I know I asked you before.
Of course. So we have the Stouffer's white cheddar mac and cheese. It's a 9-month aged sharp cheddar cheese with a little cavatappi. Spectacular dish, very easy and very clean. We paired that up with burnt end brisket, a little barbecue sauce, and micro parsley.
Great. So you can see that. I mean, if you're at the show here, don't be shy. Come by and come see us at the Nestlé booth. We'd love to see you, and this food is looking great and tasting great. And what do we have here?
A chicken nugget banh mi from Sweet Earth, and we are also using our Miner's lemongrass barbecue drizzle. And then there's some pickled onions and carrots and slaw. And then underneath is a aioli that is also made from the Miner's fire roasted poblano flavor concentrate.
Wow, spectacular. I don't know how you guys do it. This is like art. It's like art. I really don't know how they do it. All right, and one last stop on our station tour. What do we got cooking over here?
Completely vegan. We use our Miner's vegan Alfredo sauce, and in that sauce it has a base of oat milk. On top we have red relish, charred corn to get that smoky flavor, microgreen cilantro, and tortilla strips.
Wow, that's colorful, it's fun, you've got your microgreens on there, and there's so much more action happening here at the show. But for now, let's just take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to be joining Chef Jordan Weber in the kitchen to dish up some creative dishes with that Stouffer's white cheddar mac and cheese. Stick around. Welcome back. I am here in the kitchen, if you could believe it, with my friend Jordan Weber. She is the kitchen manager at Nestlé Professional, right? I got it right?
Correct. Hi, Brittany. Thank you for having me here today.
Of course. So tell me a little bit about what you're going to be making today.
Of course. So today we're super excited. We're going to make 3 applications with Stouffer's latest innovation. Stouffer's recently came out with a single-serve white cheddar mac and cheese. Yes, single serve. We caught a glimpse of it earlier. 7.7 ounces. And we're going to take this product and we're going to make 3 unique dishes. So we're going to make a shareable. We're going to kind of going to build this mac and cheese pouch out into a bowl. And then we're going to do a family-friendly appetizer or snack.
Wow, that's so exciting. You can do so much with that one little pouch. Amazing. Okay, so I guess without further ado, I'll let you get started. Can we multitask?
Let's multitask. Oh my gosh, love multitasking.
She's so talented. Okay, so what do you like about using the Stouffer's white cheddar mac and cheese?
Of course. So as a chef, I love flavor. I seek out the most delicious dishes. Stouffer's single serve white cheddar mac and cheese. Bottom line, it's a delicious product. New York aged for 9 months, white sharp cheddar and premium tender cavatappi. Perfectly cooked, and it's so creamy, melty. And there's only one Stouffer's, as we heard earlier. So with the name Stouffer's, you know it's going to be flavor-packed and consistent. Chefs, we love flavor, we love consistency. And this delivers on both of those.
Oh, awesome. I mean, Stouffer's, that's a household name. I mean, I imagine almost every house in America has had Stouffer's in their fridge or freezer at some point, right?
Most definitely. And I grew up with Stouffer's, and I'm sure many of you have as well.
And now that's translating into the restaurant as well. So people can enjoy it. It's easy to use, very versatile. So I guess walk me through a little bit of what you're cooking.
Exactly. So as you mentioned, versatility. This product really has maximum versatility. It provides that reliable foundation for a number of different dishes. So we're going to start off with a caprese flatbread. So we're going to take that famous combination of tomatoes, basil, and cheese, but it's usually mozzarella, and we're going to swap that out with single-serve Stouffer's white cheddar mac and cheese. Because I think, customers, they see on a menu, they love flatbread, they love mac and cheese. Why not put the 2 together? So we're going to start off here in the pan. We have some cherry tomatoes that we're just going to get some color on these. So we're going to turn it up, and then a little salt, of course, but my secret ingredient when cooking cherry tomatoes to get a little blistered is some sugar. It's going to speed up the process and get a little caramelization going. A little salt in here as well, and we'll come back to those in just a moment. A little more oil going in the pan here. There we go. And then you'll come here and see the mac and cheese. So also what I love about this product is it is easily, oh, you can hear that sizzle. Exactly what we're looking for. Gets a little toss of the pan. I'm telling you that sugar does wonders. There we go. So over here, the mac and cheese, a number of different ways that this product can be reheated, reconstituted. So we really work with the operator and see, okay, what is your equipment needs? And we can work with them to see how this product can be reheated. So here we have the in a water bath. It'll just get hot in there, and it's kind of a set it and forget it. Don't forget it for too long, but you can kind of put it in the hot water and let it go, and it'll get hot right directly in that 7.7 ounce pouch. So we got mac and cheese cooking. We got tomatoes caramelizing super nicely. And then we're going to chiffonade some basil. Do you know what a chiffonade is?
Oh, teach us.
Okay. We're going to bring Brittany back to my culinary school days, French cooking school. Chiffonade basil. So we're going to take the basil leaves and we're going to roll them up just like kind of like a burrito here. And then we're going to take our knife and do a super fine chop to make little basil ribbons, if you will. And this is good, kind of a fine chop. So you get a little basil in every bite with the Stouffer's single serve white cheddar mac and cheese with the tomatoes. And again, a fantastic shareable dish.
You taught me something new. I love that. And it's so easy to integrate. You've got these fresh ingredients. You have the Stouffer's white cheddar mac and cheese. And I just love that you can customize it. You can make it really into anything. The options are endless.
I agree.
So how does this offset workload in the kitchen?
Yeah. So I think some constraints that operators are seeing now, labor constraints, equipment, lack of storage space. And I think that this pouch really kind of checks all those boxes. A fully finished product. Now, if you've ever made mac and cheese, have you made mac and cheese, homie?
Oh, yes.
It is like you are making bechamel, which is making a roux, which is taking like a starch and adding whisking, and then that could go wrong, and then you're adding cheese, cooking noodles. I can go on and on and on to make mac and cheese. This is a fully finished product in a bag, so again, you're having that consistency, and single serve pouch doesn't take up much space in the walk-in or in the freezer. And then again, that labor saving, and it helps the single serve low food waste, and it can help a operation fulfill those low volume orders during off-peak hours.
I love that. Low volume orders during off-peak hours. You're not taking this giant like bag of mac and cheese and then wasting half of it. You can really customize it to your orders.
Exactly, and that's what we're doing today. We're taking two favorites, like you mentioned, that maximum versatility, and we're just kind of putting a twist on it. And customers crave the Stouffer's white cheddar mac and cheese flavor. As you mentioned, I grew up with it, you grew up with it. So that's why it gives operators that kind of leeway to get creative with the product.
That's awesome. And so how does this help to expand menu options, say, at a restaurant? We're talking, you could use this in restaurants big and small. How does this expand the menu options and, help chefs with their creativity?
Yeah. I think just as we're seeing here today, we're using it in 3 applications, and it provides just a really solid, reliable, consistent foundation. So we're making this shareable flatbread right now. Next, we're kind of building into a bowl. Bowls are all the rage right now. You're seeing them as a base with like greens, grains. Why not single serve Stouffer's white cheddar mac and cheese? That comforting flavor that just comes in the bag just like this. And then again, it's that familiar flavor, and customers are open to trying something they know with something they don't know. So we're gonna get this pouch. See, I just opened the pouch and it's ready. It's steaming hot. So it's going on our flatbread base. We're just gonna spread it out a little bit, just like this. Okay. Now you can put this in the oven, get some nice golden brown color on the single serve mac, or you don't have to. If you toast up the flatbread, hot. The Stouffer's single serve white cheddar mac and cheese got hot in the bag. No need to. And then we're going to take these glistening tomatoes, and we're just going to kind of dollop them on top of this mac and cheese all over. There we go. Beautiful. So again, you're seeing those familiar caprese flavors, the cherry tomatoes, the basil, just like that. And then we're going to go over to our chiffonade basil. I hope you chiffonade basil at home now.
I'm going to start chiffonading basil at home.
Just roll it up like a burrito. There we go. Chiffonade basil. And then we're going to take some balsamic reduction. We're going to go over the flatbread here just like this. Drizzling is so much fun. Okay. And now we're going to take our flatbread board and we're going to display it out for our guests.
Wow, that looks so pretty, Jordan. That looks delicious. It smells great. For those of you who are not here, I mean, you're getting all of it. You're getting that tomato. You're getting that comfort food, right? That mac and cheese, and you've got the crispy flatbread underneath, and you've got the balsamic, that tanginess. You've got the basil for that freshness. I love it. I love it.
Wow,
you're a genius.
I could not have said that better myself. Thank you. Exactly.
All right, so walk us through dish number 2 that you're going to start. So that was one of 3 dishes, by the way, all with the single serve mac and cheese.
We're going to keep going. Okay, dish number 2, we're going to build out that mac and cheese into a bowl, because again, people love their bowls nowadays, anything in a bowl. So we are going to get a pan hot, and we are going to make a picadillo. So pica in Spanish means to mince or chop finely, and that will refer to the ground meat that we put into this base. So we're going to start off with some oil, and then we're going to get some garlic and onion. My grandpa always said any good things in the kitchen start with cooking garlic and onion down, so we're going to enhance other ingredients with those items. So here we are, our picadillo tray. We're going to get some onion in there, just like this. So the mac and cheese, really, it's a premium side or premium kids menu option, but you can also take it, kind of build it out with maybe a different protein, a different veg, different condiments, and you can make it into that entree solution if you'd like to. So now we're going to take some garlic as well, garlic and onion. And this is a little easier than chiffonade. We're just going to chop down on the garlic clove here into little slices, just like this. Perfect. Take just a couple garlic slices here and add those to our onion. There we go. Okay, now our ground beef and spices as well. So this is a super fragrant dish. It has like paprika, black pepper, garlic powder as well. So we're going to add this in, some cumin. And it's important to toast your spices as well. It really brings out those ingredients, and the heat kind of adds that spice and aroma to it as well. And I think this is the perfect example, taking something unfamiliar. Maybe you have not tried picadillo, but you see that mac and cheese and you're like, oh my gosh, yes. So.
Amazing. So while the rest of this is cooking, and I know you have one more dish to plate up, I'm going to toss things over to our FI CEO and managing partner, Brian Choi. He has yet another guest with him today.
All
Mr.
right,
Popular,
so
who do you have with you now?
Amazing, Brittany. Chef 𝗏𝗏. I wish I was over there right now tasting what you're making over there. And so I'm here right now with another special guest, Lizzie Fryer, Director of Menu Research at 𝗏𝗏. Lizzie, thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
So Lizzie, you are a trends expert on all things food. We're going to talk about plant-based. We're going to talk about grains, fermentation, global cuisine. So let's start off with grains. Tell us what you're seeing in that as for trends in the food industry.
Grains definitely having a moment right now. These are high comfort food products, high profit margin products. They're perfect for the moment. So we are seeing things like pizzas, breads, rice, finding a lot of momentum in a lot of traditional variations, also in a lot of global directions as well.
Wow. So tell us a little bit more, like what makes it higher profit margin, compared to other types of products?
Yeah, so grains just in general, I mean, they can be applied in a lot of different versions of the menu and applied in a lot of different ways. I mean, they're perfect for bowls. Bowls are certainly having a moment right now. And they're just generally cheaper to procure for a lot of operators, and you can do a lot with them. You can combine them with a lot of different flavors. You can combine them in a lot of different cuisine types. So certainly a good opportunity right now.
I love that. I love making the margins work for operators. And you also, were telling me a little bit about the evolving day parts as it relates to grains. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when most people think of grains, they're thinking of lunch or dinner. But we are seeing some interesting applications in breakfast as well, which is kind of different. So think of things like a wild rice bowl for breakfast, maybe combined with a yogurt, seeing some different interesting superfood iterations there. We've also seen some interesting applications of breakfast pastas, breakfast gnocchis, things like that. So a lot of opportunities beyond what you might typically think of for grains as far as the day parts go.
Wow. So are those products more at the high-end restaurants? Because I've never seen, a breakfast gnocchi.
Absolutely. So when we're thinking of trends, we're often looking first at those trendy independent restaurants, but with potential to grow into possibly emerging chains, top chains in the coming years. So when we're thinking about trends, we have to see what's kind of proliferating in that space. And not only are we seeing grains in new day parts, but we're also seeing grains extending to new meal parts as well, like breakfast and adult beverages. So because of kind of all of that together, that is kind of why we predict grains to kind of have a little bit more extension into that chain restaurant space in the coming years.
Wow, that's amazing. And I want to shift gears and talk a little bit about plant-based. Obviously, we've seen a huge trend over the past couple of years. What are the newest trends as it relates to the plant-based industry right now?
Certainly grains fall into plant-based, the evolution of plant-based in general, but we're also seeing a lot of new imitation meat products in the pipeline. I think when you think about how imitation meat started, it really started in the plant-based beef realm, especially for burgers. But I mean, if you look around McCormick today, we're seeing plant-based chicken, pork products, like with meatballs. We are seeing a lot of fish and seafood. So I think that we're just seeing new types of products come up, and we're seeing those products extending into new dishes as well. So it's not just burgers anymore. We're also seeing a lot of plant-based in bowls, like I mentioned. Also breakfast sandwiches and a lot of Mexican dishes as well.
Wow. Is this demand from consumers, or is it more that chefs are using these products, creating demand for consumers? Can you?
That's a great question. And I think we have to think about that when it comes to a lot of different trends. But I think, one, it's coming from demand from consumers from a sustainability standpoint. A lot, especially younger consumers, the Gen Zers, the younger millennials, really want to see operators starting to really focus their efforts on sustainability in their operations, whether that be the operation itself or the menu. So I think that is a big part of it. But also the products are just getting better out there. So I think we're just starting to see a lot more use of a lot of these products in operations as well.
Oh, thank you so much for that. So a third trend, which is somewhat surprising, is the fermentation trend. So what is happening there? Like, I'm Korean. I love my kimchi.
Kimchi, yes.
But now it's like proliferating across the industry. So tell us a little bit what you're seeing there.
Yeah, definitely a flavor/preparation trend of the moment. I think that this was one we saw about a decade ago really kind of have a moment, and it never really went away. But now we're seeing pickling and fermented ingredients applied to new types of products. I'm seeing things like pickled French fries, pickled proteins, pickled herbs and nuts, things where you might not expect it necessarily. Also, like you mentioned, kimchi. I mean, a lot of global cuisines finding momentum, and there's a lot of really interesting iterations there. So the fermented range, we're seeing fermented ingredients popping up more and more in cocktails. So adding a little bit more of that umami kind of flavor profile a little bit to new types of applications.
Wow, I would have never thought, fermentation getting its way into the beverage category.
Absolutely.
So that is definitely something I want to try. Hopefully here at the NRA show.
There you
this
go. Just
year.
go to the bar show right around the corner.
And the last trend I want to touch upon is global cuisine. So you mentioned sort of like the Asian sort of inspired food making its way to many of the restaurants here today. What else are you seeing, and any evolution in the Asian category that you'd like to highlight?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's so much demand for a lot of different variations of Asian cuisines right now, and just demand for global cuisines in general. Consumers want to see more of that new and unique, and a lot of that's coming from those global cuisines. So within Asia, I would say the cuisine that I'm seeing a lot of really interest in excitement around is Japanese cuisine. A lot of interesting sauces and spices coming out of this region, interesting desserts as well. So I think that is one that I am watching in particular right now.
Delving into that a little bit more, can you be more specific on the Japanese types of products that are coming out?
Yeah, kakagori is one of them. Shaved ice dessert, really cool, interesting one there. Yum yum sauce is another one. And I think the interesting thing about the sauces that I'm seeing coming out of a lot of these regions is that they're not just being applied to those global cuisines themselves. They're finding new applications beyond just Japanese cuisine. So I think that that's another way that we kind of track trends once it expands beyond those types of operations or those types of cuisines.
Yeah, one of the things that we've been finding here at the Food Institute is that a lot of the Asian manufacturers, they're partnering with restaurant operators. So one of the things when I was at a different show was Momofuku, David Chang. They were partnering with a cracker company, which is quite interesting. So they were sort of like using two different products, kind of the hot and also the sweet, in one product, in a snack form, which I thought this was the first time that I saw that happening.
Interesting.
So are you seeing that, as well from where you sit?
Yeah, I mean, that is fascinating. And I think that's a great way to extend some of the ingredients from these cuisines to new operations. And especially when you're thinking of chain restaurants, if they want to appeal to a wide audience, now it's becoming more important to offer a lot of these global cuisines. So that's a great way to offer that.
So I have one last question before we turn it over to Brittany here, but what's the favorite thing that you've tried here at the NRA show this year in 2023?
Oh, wow. I haven't nearly gotten enough time to explore, but I did just try a plant-based chicken product, and it was almost hard to believe that it was plant-based. So I will say these plant-based products are getting very, very close to the original, and I'm very excited to see where that goes.
Awesome. So Lizzie Fryer, Director of Menu Research at Technomic, thanks for coming on the program. We're going to turn it over to Brittany now to finish up her segment with Chef Jordan Weber. So take it away, Brittany.
us has been working hard and one of us has hardly been working. I'll let you figure out who is who. So, Chef Jordan, why don't you take us through the first two dishes that you have created as we're working on the third one? And by we, I mean you.
Most definitely. But I will be leaning on Brittany to try everything and let us know what she thinks.
That's fair. That's fair.
Very important job. So as you can see here, we have been hard at work making two different applications using the Stouffer's single serve white cheddar mac and cheese. Again, it's a 7.7 ounce pouch. And we can kind of put a visual out as well with this pouch. So first of all, we made a flatbread that we topped with a mac and cheese. And then we did a little balsamic glaze drizzle, some blistered cherry tomatoes and basil, and then a picadillo bowl. And this is what we've been building while we've been out. The mac and cheese is used as a base, and then we topped with some shredded lettuce, some pico de gallo prepared, and then we made from scratch the picadillo, and some avocado, of course, as well. Got to put avocado on everything. But I think, this is what we really love to do. We love to take that sort of labor-saving solution, that already made consistent product that is the Stouffer's single-serve white cheddar mac and cheese, and top it with some fresh produce or maybe some other ready-to-go ingredients and kind of build it into a creative application. And that's what Nestlé Professional is here for, to provide our operators with solutions that fit their needs and their operation.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it and smelling it, I would think that you spent 3 hours this morning making that mac and cheese from scratch, like with your roux and your cheese sauce and, seasoning it. Like, it looks and smells like perfection.
Oh, thank you, Brittany. See, we learned some new cooking terms today. That roux, that's a big one. The roux is the flour and the fat that kind of acts as a thickener when you're making homemade mac and cheese. But today we are not making homemade mac and cheese. And then right now, the last dish that I've been so looking forward to this is one of my favorite things to eat, Nashville hot chicken. So it starts off with some fat, whether that is oil or butter. I like a combination. And if you're making this in an operation, I would just take oil from the fryer that you fried the chicken in. But today, just for the magic of the video, we will be using just a little bit of vegetable oil, some neutral oil. The secret ingredient here, besides Stouffer's single-serve white cheddar mac and cheese, are going to be some spices, some brown sugar, chili powder, cayenne pepper. It's pretty hot. I like to put more brown sugar in my Nashville hot seasoning mixture, just because I like it a little bit sweeter, like a sweet heat type of spice combination. So now that our spices are in the fat, we're going to give it a little mix, and we're essentially going to make a paste. And I can show you kind of what this is looking like. And I think we should smell it. Let's smell it. There we look at, yeah. The butter, I'm glad this happened, got a little brown, which we like to see because that adds a little, kind of like a nutty aromatic flavor to the butter. You see that a lot in like dessert making sometimes, is a brown butter based dessert. All right, so now that is our mix. And then now things get super easy. We're going to use chicken nuggets today. I think key is like if you're an operator, leveraging your existing pantry. Okay, I have chicken nuggets. I'm going to use those for my Nashville hot chicken sliders.
You're just tucking them right into that sauce.
Yes, we're going to do a little, I like the word tuck. We're going to do a little tuck and like a kind of a dredge into this mixture. So when we take out the nugget, look at that. Okay, we're going to let them sit in that delicious butter spice mixture here for just a second. And then here's our slider buns. So we're just going to do 3 per, and of course feel free to toast these with some butter, grill them for a second, exactly, dress them up a bit. Okay, there we go, the buns, and then we're going to have the chicken nuggets, and then key ingredient, of course, Stouffer's single serve mac. 1 pouch will be enough for these 3 sliders. I'm just going to put it into a vessel just to make it easy for us. There we go. Have you been to Nashville? No, me neither. Me neither. I know. I was like, when you taste this, let me know if it tastes like the authentic Nashville chicken, but I guess neither of us could.
Well, now I have to go to Nashville so that it's an authentic answer.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have some mac and cheese. Let's put the mac and cheese on the base here.
All right. Well, Jordan, while you're doing that, I heard from a little bird that Brian Choi has another guest with him. And I'm going to stay right here with you, and we'll wrap up the show here. How does that sound?
Sounds fantastic.
All right. The dynamic duo today. All right, so Brian, I hear you have another guest with you, somebody who our viewers might recognize from an FI newscast. Who do you have over there?
All right. Well, that looked amazing, Brittany and Chef Jordan. Definitely will be going over there in a few minutes to try the finished product. We have our third guest here, 𝗶𝗶𝗹𝗹. She's the Director of Marketing here at Nestlé Professional on the food division. So Fleur, thanks for coming on the program.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
We are so happy to be here.
So the booth looks amazing, Fleur. So what, how do you feel 2023 exhibiting here at the NRA Show?
I feel great. This is the premier restaurant show for our industry, and we look forward to it every year. For us, it's a really important event. Many of our current customers, as well as our prospective customers, attend the events and visit us at our booth to try all of our latest food and beverage innovations. But what's really great about the show is it brings in all of the industry stakeholders, and we're here for a number of days at the show, but also outside of the show. So I actually came in on Wednesday. I attended the NRA Marketing Executives Group and got to participate and learn about new insights, new content that's coming our way that will drive decision-making in the industry. And so that was a great way to start. Yesterday, 𝗂𝗏𝗂 started their exciting Gold and Silver Plate weekend. So we participated and we were at the table for an important summit around the educational foundation and how we bring key talent into our industry. And then tonight, we get to celebrate with all the Silver Plate winners. So us as Nestlé Professional, we nominated three of the winners of the Silver Plate. So we get to escort them to the stage, and we get to celebrate with them, their mentors, their families, and really, elevate the important impact that they're having to our industry, and recognize and acknowledge them for that. So it's the NRA show, but it's also everything around the NRA show that makes this weekend so important for us.
Absolutely. You can't take away meeting people in person, having all the different clients and partners all together in one place. It's tremendous. This is this is my second NRA show. I'm feeling the energy here, and so super exciting. So I want to ask you a question about the food service industry. A lot of different players are here. So what are your thoughts in terms of your goals? As a VP of marketing at Nestlé Professional, what are you looking to get out of the show this year?
Well, it's all about the operators. It's not about us. We are here to be with our customers and prospective customers. And in food and beverage, you have to taste. Taste is believing, right? And so the exciting thing is we get to have a show area where we can demonstrate all of our latest food and beverage innovations, and really talk about our customers' challenges, their opportunities, any areas and problems that we can solve, and customize all of our food and beverage options to really suit their needs. So for us, it's really fun to be here. I look forward to it every year, to taste and believe the incredible impact that these ingredients can have in their operations. Very important for us.
Right. Are the operators looking for something different this year compared to previous years? Are they looking for more types of flavors and innovations? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's a good question. So we certainly, our industry has gone through a journey. We are well out of the pandemic, but still very much feel the impact of that to our industry. This year, we are growing. We're excited, we're becoming bigger, but a lot of that is driven by menu pricing. And in fact, we are still challenged as a community, as a food service industry, around driving traffic into the restaurant as well as the delivery component. And so, in order to capture that share of wallet, it's really critical that we offer solutions, that we work with our customers to make their operations more efficient, allow their staff to be dedicated to the experience and the service and that customer interaction that drives that loyalty and that repeat customer. Because we're not out of this. We are definitely needing to be courageous, to have persistence, to have creativity, to drive that consumer interest and that share of wallet. So really critical that we're here with our customers, hearing exactly what they need and what's changed for them specifically in their operations so that we can help them better.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love how Nestlé is adapting its strategy to better serve, its clients, and just seeing the amount of innovation here at the booth, from the drizzles, the mac and cheese, the coffee innovations. It's quite amazing to see the level of innovation. Nestlé being the largest food company in the world, still innovating, still bringing in new concepts. That's great. Fleur, my last question to you is, what are you most what caught your eye this year? Anything in whether it's technology or product, anything that you would like to highlight here at the NRA Show?
Oh yeah, no. So I'm going to start with technology, right? And all of the incredible innovation that's happening with artificial intelligence around cooking equipment, menu design, and really not only the precision we are getting to now with how we cook and how we deliver a really quality experience, but also how we personalize that consumer experience based on their specific need states, where they're at, how they want it. The other thing is plant-based. So we heard about it earlier in the live stream. It continues to be a big investment area for us as Nestlé Professional with our Sweet Earth brand. But certainly I'm excited to see some of the newer plant-based offerings here at the show. Last year I saw a sunny side up egg. I want to go back and see it again this year and see how they've improved. Right. And there's steak, there's boneless wings, there's all these options that are going to be at the show today and tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And then finally, I want to get to the startup alley and talk to some of the new entrepreneurs that are in a super creative entrepreneurial way entering the industry and bringing new ideas. I want to understand their concepts a little bit more, see if we have a role to play, and really drive that innovation that we need in this industry for the future. So excited for those aspects of the show.
Well, Fleur Veldhoven, VP of Marketing at Nestlé Professional. We're super excited. Food Institute is partnering with Nestlé Professional for this particular live stream. And so, Fleur, thanks for coming on the program. We're going to turn it back to Brittany Bohr. So, Brittany, why don't you take it away?
Hey, thanks, Brian. So this is the final leg of our show today. I'm still here with Jordan Weber because we're just having so much fun in the kitchen. Let's take a look at the spread of the 3 dishes you've created. Walk us through it.
Yes, so we made 3 applications today using our favorite pouch, the Stouffer single serve white cheddar mac and cheese. And we wanted to show the versatility that this product offers. So we did a 𝗟𝗔 bowl, which is a caprese flatbread. We did a picadillo bowl with the mac as a base and topped it with a protein, some fresh produce. And then my personal favorite, the Nashville hot chicken sliders as a little appetizer. So kind of taking familiar ingredients and nostalgic favorites like the mac and cheese, topping it with something maybe unfamiliar. So this pouch, again, it really provides flexibility with back-of-house simplicity. That's what we're all about at Nestlé Professional.
Well, awesome. I think I'm just going to steal a little bite of that. Guys, it's good. It's like homemade, like that comfort food. I'm talking with my mouth full, but, you guys, this was so great. Jordan Weber, thank you so much. It was a pleasure and an honor. Do you have anything you want to say? Hi, Mom.
Correct. Hi, Mom. Thank you so much for having us. And again, reach out to Nestlé Professional. We're here for your operation.
And where can they find that information?
Yes, definitely check out the Nestlé Professional website and the Stouffer's website specifically as well. We'd love to get your operation a sample of the Stouffer's single serve white cheddar mac and cheese.
Well, that is awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan. And thank you for everybody who's joined us online. It was an honor to put this show together today in partnership with Nestlé Professional. And, you know, we're going to be back here again on day 2. So Nestlé, by the way, meets the needs of food service operators while satisfying the taste of the out-of-home consumer. So, you know, again, check out their website, nestleprofessional.us. You can get more information there if you're interested in these products and incorporating it into your business. Just a reminder, you can catch the replay of this live stream on our website at the Food Institute. That's www.foodinstitute.com. It will live there pretty much forever. And don't forget to tune in for day 2 of our live stream coverage here tomorrow. It's at 11 Central, 12 Eastern time, right here. Same place, same time. And I look forward to seeing everybody back here on day 2. See ya.